Okay. All right. So sitting this up nice and tall. And we'll probably use a strap today, our blocks. And if you want to, if your hips are tight, and actually, I was sitting in simple cross leg earlier today, so that's helped me not be as tight, but you can sit on a pillow and that helps with those tight hip flexors, especially if they're up here. It helps to sit, or on a couple of pillows. And you can also, if you're sitting up higher, you can kind of tilt yourself forward if that helps as well. So making that as comfortable, as supportive as possible. But sitting ourselves up tall, maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side or front to back, beginning to ground ourselves, beginning to bring ourselves to the present, to centering ourselves. And lengthening up. So if you want to close your eyes, you can, or just imagining you are lengthening one vertebrae on top of the other, tailbone is pointed down, lengthening up, the crown of the head is lifting up tall, making some space between shoulders and ears. Oh, and just sitting that up wonderfully tall right here. And let's go ahead and begin by rolling our shoulders. So let's go ahead and roll our shoulders back. And then go ahead and roll that forward. And roll that back. And roll that. And let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears. And then go ahead and release that down. And then shrug that up. And release that down. Let's drop our chin to our chest. As you do that, try and allow your arms to be as heavy as possible. You may even want to allow them to drop to the sides, maybe to the floor, so that you can make space and you can get a nice long lengthening in the back of the neck. Oh yeah. And then lift that head, eyes to ceiling. Drop our chin down to chest. And then eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Head back to neutral. Let's look over to the right. Think about that chin going over towards the shoulder. And then to the left. Same thing, chin over towards the shoulder. To the right. And to the left. Bring that head back to center. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. If you want, you can release that left arm off to the side. Maybe get some lengthening right there in that neck. Bring that head back to neutral. Drop other ear to shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder, and maybe release that right arm. And then bring that back to center. Rock it a little bit from side to side again. So taking that from side to side, and then a little bit from front to back. And we're going to add some torso twists here. So we're just going torso circles. Circle is the word I was looking for. So we're just going to make some circles with our torso. And the more that you circle to the front, you can feel that in your low back. And the more that you circle towards the back, you can feel that in your hip flexors, and maybe you'll lose your balance like I just did. And just taking that from making nice big circles here, and then go ahead and circle that the other way. And you can make those circles as small or as big as you want, as is available to you. Oh yeah. Good. And then go ahead and bring ourselves back to center. Drop that chin to chest. And now let's do half circles with our neck. So neck circles. So we did our torso circles, and now our neck circles, taking this from side to side. Oh yeah. Very good. And then go ahead and drop that chin down to chest. Lifting our head up to center. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. So nice, big sun breath. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. And as we exhale this time, let's clasp our hands behind us. If you can't clasp, that's okay. Grab your strap or grab a towel and you can hold onto that. So you still have your arms behind you. You can still get that shoulder stretch, that chest and shoulder stretch. But either clasping or holding. And we've got that nice opener here. And if you find yourself tilting forward, it's normal. So you're kind of trying to lift yourself up as much as possible. Good. Let's go ahead and drop our chin towards our chest. Lift our head to center. Look over to the right and look over to the left. Head back to center. Bend at our elbows. Take our hands over to right waist and let's squeeze that elbow back. Ooh. And then switch sides. Hands over to left waist and squeeze that elbow back. Nice. Opening chest, opening shoulder. Good. Release that. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Go ahead and drop our right hand down. Let's reach over with the left and let's work on keeping that left leg down onto the floor so that you get a very opening, like lengthening and opening stretch up the left side of the body. And then inhale and lift this up. And let's exhale, left hand down. Reach over. Let's work on keeping that right leg down on the floor. And breathing. And inhale and sweep this up. And release our arms down. Good. Let's do sun breath again. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. As we exhale, clasp our hands behind us again. One more time like this, lengthening through that or holding that strap or towel. So you've got those arms behind you, trying to sit it up as tall as you can. Drop our chin to chest. Lift our head to center. Look over to the left. Look over to the right. Head back to neutral. Good. Bend at our elbows. Hands over to left waist. Squeeze that elbow back. And then switch. Hands over to right waist. Squeeze that elbow back. And then go ahead and release that. Good. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's drop our left hand. Reach over with the right. Good. And inhale, lift this up. Drop right. Reach over with the left. Inhale this up. Good. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand to our left thigh. Let's take our left hand, follow our spine down to the floor, and it's our first little spinal twist here. Oh, that feels good. Nice spinal twist. Let's breathe into the spinal twist. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Sweep this up. Left hand to that right thigh. Right hand, let's follow that spine down and twist over to the right. Feel it on this side. And let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it. And exhale. Very good. Very nice. Let's go ahead. If you're sitting on something, you can move that off to the side. We're going to lean it back and we're going to start warming up that lower body. So leaning ourselves back, let's take our feet wide. You can take those feet as wide as your hips, or you can go wider, or you can go narrower too, just depending again on what feels best for you. But let's go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. Let's drop those knees from side to side, beginning to wake up those hips, hip flexors. Oh, yeah. Good, let's go ahead and keep our right leg in front. So we've got our nice zigzag going on here. Sitting ourselves up tall, so lengthen up through that torso. Let's twist over to the left first. So a tall twist to the left. And then a big twist to the right. Oh, my favorite stretch. Twisting that and turning that, trying to get, oh, you can use the floor to get as much leverage to twist into this as you want. Possibly looking over that right shoulder if that's available to you. That inner thigh, hip, glute lifted up. Maybe, I don't know. If you have incredible flexibility, maybe it's not up off of the ground. Mine for sure is. I don't think it's ever been on the floor. But just that nice twist. Let's breathe it here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And inhale it. And exhale. Good, let's bring this back to center and let's go for quick twists for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Good, let's go ahead and take our hips or our torso right and square it right over our front thigh and lean it forward. So now we'll get kind of a baby, tiny baby pigeon here. Just keeping that back leg bent as well. So we are just hinging forward. If you need a deeper hinge, feel free to go down onto those elbows or to lengthen out through those arms. So if you are able to go deeper in this, but remember to breathe to get that wonderful release up through that hip, up through the back. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up. Let's lean this back again, and then let's take ourselves windshield wipers for those legs. Once again, taking that from side to side. Good, let's go ahead and keep our left leg forward. Sit this up nice and tall. Turn to the right first, so a tall twist to the right. And then bigger twist to the left. So good. Looking over that left shoulder if that's available to you. Maybe using that floor to leverage that twist a little deeper. And let's breathe it here in this deep twist. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And inhale it again. And exhale. Good, bring this back to center. And let's go quick for 4 to the side. So let's take it for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1. Ooh, and center. And now let's square the torso right over the front thigh, over that left thigh. And you can be either on those hands, or you can work it down to those elbows, or you can lengthen all the way. So again, it depends on where your mobility is letting you go, where your flexibility is letting you go. And remember to breathe it deeply. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's bring our feet together, heels together, and do a little bit of a butterfly right here. So sitting that up nice and tall, inner thigh stretch. That's a good one right there. Very nice. Good, and then let's go ahead and release it. We'll take our legs nice and long. And we'll find ourselves in our staff pose. Actually, no, let's go ahead and keep our knees bent for a little while. And we'll stretch through our spine first. So keep our knees bent, but keep our feet super flexed. So almost imagining that those big toes are trying to get to our shins. Knees bent, lengthen up through our arms, and let's go ahead and hinge here. Trying not to round over, trying to reach out, trying to lengthen through our arms, keep our shoulders away from our ears, keep our feet flexed so that we get a good spine stretch here. And even with those knees bent, you can still get a good leg stretch, hamstring stretch, calf stretch. So we're reaching here. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge it forward. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, hinge it forward. Good. We can release ourselves back up nice and tall. Now let's go ahead and lengthen through our legs. So now let's make those legs nice and straight. Flex through our feet. Try and still keep that really, really good flex going on. And we'll find our staff pose here. So one of the most difficult poses, this nice staff pose, having to lengthen up through our arms, reaching up through our fingers. Sitting it up tall, we don't have any support behind us, so that means that our core has to 100% work here. Let's breathe. Inhale deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deep and exhale it out. And one more time, inhale it deep and exhale it out. Good. So now we've gone forward. We went straight up, and now we're going to go back. So we're going to go into boat. So let's lean it back now. And now we can bend those knees again, reach through our arms and lean back. Oh, yeah, I feel that. I feel it right in my hip flexors. Let's breathe it 3 breaths here. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep and exhale it out. And one more time, inhale it deep and exhale it out. Wonderful. Now we're going to go into reverse plank. So let's take our arms behind us, fingers facing the front, so fingers facing our heels. We'll go into tabletop first, so a reverse table, and then we'll go into a reverse plank. So reverse table, we get to bend our knees a lot more. We get to flatten our feet onto the floor, and we're going to lift our pelvis towards the sky. So press through our hands, press through the heels of our hands, press through our feet, and let's go ahead and lift our pelvis up. And this not only is good strengthening for that, for the glutes, for the core, but you can feel a release in the hip flexors after we just did that boat. So it's a nice release. And I for sure do feel this in my biceps. Like I feel nice stretch in my biceps and my forearms. So holding this wonderful reverse table, that neck is neutral. Try not to let it crunch back. Try and either look up at the ceiling or kind of look forward. So you want a nice neutral neck here. Very good. Let's hold this for just a little while longer, maybe another breath or two. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. If you're feeling it in your wrists, that's okay. It's normal. Because hey, this is like this is a push-up. So the tricep dip right here. And let's go ahead and release this down. And now let's take those legs long. And now we're going to go into our reverse plank. So hands are going to be right where they were for that tabletop, fingers facing towards the toes. Let's go ahead, if it's available to you, lift that pelvis up. And you might not be able to do this for very long, and that's okay. Deep breath. And exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, drop that pelvis down, simple cross leg. Sit this up tall, hinge this forward. So that whole little progression that we just did, we're going to go through that again. We're going to go through it a little bit faster. So we're going to start off with the lengthening, then we'll go into the staff, and then we'll go into the boat, then we'll go into the table, then we'll go into the reverse plank. So that whole movement, it's a big core progression and strengthening movement. So we've got just this nice release here. Okay, so let's go ahead, bend our knees, flex through our feet, reach up through our arms, hinge this forward. Inhale and lift. Exhale and hinge. One more time. Inhale and lift. Exhale and hinge. Good. This time, inhale and lift up into, so our upper body is in that nice L. Now let's lengthen through our legs. So let's find our staff pose here. So we find our staff. Breathe it. Inhale deeply. And exhale it out. Again, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Taking our arms out in front of us, lean it back, bend through the knees again. So now we're in boat. Let's do, inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. Good. Take our arms behind us. Bend our knees, feet on the floor. Lift our pelvis. Reverse table. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Drop our pelvis. Lengthen through our legs. Last part of the progression. Lift our pelvis. 2 breaths here. Inhale it deep. Exhale it out. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Wonderful. Drop that pelvis. Simple cross leg. Sit this up. Hinge it forward. So good. That will warm that whole, that's just like a good whole body warm up and strengthening. Very good. All right, grab your block. Let's take ourselves all the way down onto our backs. Do a little bit more focused bridge work. Bridge strengthening, back strengthening. We've got that block between our knees to engage our inner thighs the entire time. So taking our hands right by our side, pressing through our elbows and our triceps, let's lift that pelvis up and then slowly lower that pelvis down. Lifting it up, inhale, and exhale, lower down. Inhale and lift, and exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Next one, we're going to go into our bridge and hold it. Let's inhale and lift. So holding this bridge, you may want to take your shoulders underneath you a little bit more. And you can exhale while we're up in this bridge. Because we're going to hold for about 4 breaths up in this bridge. So let's inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. For our next breath, let's go ahead and press through our toes and lift our heels. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Now let's flatten through our feet. Press through our heels and lift our toes. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Flatten through those feet. Hold this just regular normal bridge. Inhale it here. And exhale it out. Good. Slowly drop that pelvis down to the floor. Very nice. Oh, good. Go ahead and release that. You can release that block. Drop both of our knees over to the side. Press ourselves up. And we're going to bring ourselves up onto all fours. So now we're going to go into our cat and cow. You can place your blocks. Place your blocks where they are within reach. So, because we'll use them for our sun salutations, but we might use them before that. But we've got ourselves on our quadruped position, so on all fours, on our hands and knees. So shoulders are right over our wrists and hips are right over our knees. Let's go into our cat and cow. Let's drop our belly into that nice cow, eyes to the sky, and round our spine, chin to chest, exhale.
Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Flatten through our back. Let's lift our right arm up. Let's thread the needle through, and let's go ahead and stretch through our back. So let's take that temple on the floor. So side of the forehead is on the floor. Both palms are on the floor, and stretch it here and breathe. And then let's go ahead and slowly press ourselves back up onto all fours, back into that quadruped position. Cat and cow again, drop that belly, inhale. Round our spine, chin to chest, exhale. Flatten through our back. Let's lift our left arm this time. Thread the needle through. Temple on the floor. Both palms on the floor. Wonderful back stretch here. And breathe. Back and shoulder. Rotator cuff. So good. Breathe it, breathe it. And then press ourselves back up all fours. Cat and cow once more. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Oh, that feels good. Very nice. Let's go into our first balance. So let's go ahead and take our right leg up. Flex through that foot. Left arm up. And hold our bird dog right here. Holding this nice and strong. Try not to, while we're in this bird dog, try not to allow ourselves to sink. So you don't want to sink down into this. You don't want that belly to sink. You kind of want to be able to hold yourself up. Let's take that elbow to knee 6 times. So let's bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. It's 4 and reach. It's 3 and reach. 2 and reach. And last one, reach and hold. So this position can be very difficult. So good job in doing this. This takes a lot of strength and balance to be able to do this. Go ahead and release that arm, release that leg. Let's take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and take our left leg up, flex through that foot, toe pointed down, reach through our right arm. Again, trying not to sink into this, trying to stay up and strong. Let's go ahead and take elbow to knee 6 times here. Bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one, let's reach and hold. Good. Release that arm. Release that leg. Child's pose. So let's take it into our first child's pose. Glutes go back towards heels. Very good. Reach through those arms. Forehead to the floor. Oh, yeah. And as always, if you need support in any of these places here, always feel free to use pillows like between your glutes and heels, or between the hip flexors and the thighs and the chest, or with your, if you need something soft between your forehead and the floor, use a pillow for your head, whatever you need to use. Let's look forward at our fingers, at our hands, and let's walk both of our hands over to the right. Take our left hand right on top of that right hand and try and get our left glute to sit over towards that left heel. And so we can get a good stretch up the left side of the body, switching through that back. And then let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the other side. So walking hands over to the left, let's take our right hand on top of our left hand. Same thing this side, trying to get our right heel, right glute to that right heel. And you can feel that stretch all the way through the arm, down into that glute. Good, let's walk those hands back to center. Very nice. Bring ourselves up onto all fours, and we're gonna move up into our first downward facing dog. So curl our toes under, going into our first inversion of the day. Our head's gonna be lower than our heart. Let's curl our toes under, keep our knees bent as we lift our tails to the sky, lengthening through our spine here. So lifting that tailbone tall, relaxing that head and neck in between those arms and shoulders. Ooh, trying to get that nice back stretch, armpit stretch, chest stretch. Maybe nod that head yes and shake that head no. Let's begin to pedal our feet. So now we're involving those legs a little bit more. Now we're involving the calves, the Achilles tendons, and the feet, the ankles, the hamstrings. So finding this downward facing dog, this strong down dog, that head still being lower than the heart. Relaxing this here, finding some stillness here in this downward facing dog. Heels down towards the floor. And breathe. Lifting up on our toes, heels nice and high. Drop both of our heels over to one side. So we can stretch those ankles. And then lift this back up center and drop both of those heels over to the other side. And then bring that back up to center. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands until we are in our standing forward fold at the front edge of our mat. Once you get to that front edge, allow your arms to just dangle. Let's go into ragdoll first. So allowing that upper body to hang, to fold over. Feet are rooted firmly into the floor, so big toe, little toe heels. Trying to press that arch into the floor as well. And then that upper body is super heavy too, so feet are rooted, and then that upper body is trying to fall towards the floor, so you are folded in half. Let's take that opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head, and that will make your upper body even feel heavier. Not forgetting to breathe here. That breath can be really helpful, especially if you've got mid or upper back pain or soreness. Breathing like this helps expand that open. So big, deep breaths can help expand and relieve some tension. Good, go ahead and release those arms. You can grab those blocks if you are using blocks. Have them right in front of you, and we will go ahead, inhale, lengthen through our spine, hands on blocks or shins, nice flat back into table. Exhale and release. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. One more time, inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Now take this next one slow because our head has been low for a little while. So let's inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Head's gonna come nice and slow. And then exhale it around into a nice chair. Strong chair here. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into a nice big lunge. Let's take that left hand either on the block, on the floor, or if you need a higher option, you can have a chair next to you too. So chair, high block, low block, floor, whatever works for you. And we take this into our spinal twist. Lunge with that spinal twist and breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. So I've got a strong top of plank here. So we did our reverse plank already today, and now we're doing the regular plank. You've got this, good job. Let's go ahead and shift our weight forward, drop to the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, take our hearts to the floor, lift our hearts up off of the floor, baby cobra. Good spinal stretch here. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog and breathe. Enjoy this inversion. Enjoy the head being lower than the heart here. Just for a few moments. And let's walk those feet to meet the hands. Standing forward fold at the front edge of the mat. Grab those blocks again. So let's inhale, flat back, nice tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back into a lunge. Right hand on the block, on the floor, on the chair, wherever you need to use that for your lunge. And then after we get into that lunge, we go right into that spinal twist. Breathe that here. Bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, take our hearts down, lift our hearts up. Curl toes under, lift them, press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Let's do another cycle of these sun salutations. Another time each side. So let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Grabbing those blocks. Let's inhale it into table. Exhale it and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale around a chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot forward, left foot back lunge. Left hand on the floor or the block or the chair. Spinal twist over. Good. And breathe. Bring it back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Hold our top of plank here. Drop our left knee to the floor, side plank. So we've got that left knee on the floor, taking ourselves off to the side. Very nice. Good, strong side plank here. Bring ourselves back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Drop heart to the floor, lift that heart up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Edge of our mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward. Right foot goes back into lunge. Right hand on floor or block or chair. Spinal twist over to the left. Bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into top of plank. Hold this here. Hold this strong top of plank. Drop our right knee. Side plank. Lift this open. And breathe. Bring this back to center and back to top of plank. You're going to shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Oh, that feels good. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. While we're here, let's go ahead and do a pigeon on each side. So we've got ourselves in our downward facing dog. Let's lift our right leg up, bend at our right knee, and drop our right heel over towards that left glute. Ooh, feel that in my hip flexor. Just opening up that hip here first before we bring it into that pigeon. So now let's go ahead and bring that bent knee back to center, and let's go ahead and sweep our bent knee through. So right leg is coming through into that pigeon on the floor. Feel free, if you have a tight glute right now, feel free to use support underneath that glute. And you can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, or you can be all the way down onto the floor. Allowing yourself to breathe this here, or reminding yourself to breathe. So using that breath, especially if you're feeling like unusual tightness or soreness, really use that breath. It will help out a lot. It will help to smooth that, to warm it up, to move it around. Good, let's bring ourselves halfway up. Let's reach that left hand back for that left foot and go right into a nice rooster. So pigeon, from pigeon to this rooster. And then we're gonna bring our back leg around into a pretzel. So let's go ahead, swing our leg around, trying to get both of our glutes to the floor. Oh, and maybe hands to prayer if that is available to you. And breathe. If the hands to prayer is not, that's okay. Especially if you're finding that you are tilted over all over the place, it's okay. Just maybe working on supporting yourself on the floor and working on trying to get yourself centered. Like, I'm super tight. We need to be doing pretzel more. I'm like, whoa. Getting yourself centered more, allowing yourself to settle into that other side. And sometimes that super tightness in the back, in the hip flexors, can cause a little bit of nausea, and that's very normal too. So it's okay, breathe it, breathe through it. Because it's attached to nerves, lots of nerves going on there too. Go ahead and take this leg, so taking our left leg back around, let's go ahead and press ourselves back up into our downward facing dog. So finding that downward facing dog, oh, maybe pedal your feet here. That might feel good. Ooh, yeah. So finding that downward facing dog, relax that face. We're going to go into the pigeon on the other side. So let's center our weight, lift our left leg this time, bend at our left knee, drop our left heel over towards our right glute, opening this up. Bring our bent knee back to center, and let's go ahead and sweep this through. Pigeon on the other side. And again, feel free to use as much support here as you want. You can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, you can be all the way down using a pillow wherever it feels most supportive and appropriate for you. This is your practice. Listen to your body. Comfortably uncomfortable is good. Painfully painful is not good. We don't want pain. No unbearable pain. But comfortably uncomfortable. Like, uncomfortable is okay. Because uncomfortable, you can breathe through uncomfortable. Uncomfortable eventually melts away. The pain oftentimes gets worse. So you want to make the differentiation between those two. Good. Pressing ourselves halfway up. Let's reach our right hand back for that foot into a nice rooster. Breathe. And then let's go ahead and pretzel it on the side. So let's bring that leg around. bring it around and try and get both of those glutes down towards the floor. Try and center that weight. And if it's not possible to have hands in prayer, that's fine. If you need the support for right now, that is fine. But breathe. It's very easy in these difficult, really tight poses to stop breathing. Breathe. This is where it's very important. This is where having that practice of breath comes in really handy, because you're like, oh, I already know how to do it. That can be like secondary. Yes. Good. Let's go ahead and take this leg and take it back. Bring it back like this. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up into our downward facing dog. So let's lift this up, downward facing dog. Relax that face, jaw, neck, head, maybe nodding the head, yes, shaking that head, no. Bring ourselves back to top of plank. So taking ourselves back to that very strong top of plank. We've worked the back, the core a lot today. You've got a nice strong back here. Let's shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, take our heart to the floor, lift our heart up off the floor. And from here, let's go into Sphinx. So let's take those elbows and place them on the floor. So now we've got more of a supported cobra, otherwise known as a Sphinx. So just stretching through that low back, maybe lifting our eyes to sky and breathing in this. Very good. Let's do a little bit more back strengthening. So let's lengthen through our arms, lengthen through our legs. Then we'll go into our back strengthening Superman. So let's go ahead. We'll do opposite arms. So let's go ahead and lift our left arm, lift our right leg. So opposing leg to opposing arm. And this is strengthening that upper body and that lower body at the same time. Breathing it here. Upper back and lower back. And then release that down. Relax that for a moment. And we're going to take it to the other side. So let's lift our right arm and left leg. Right there. And you may feel a little, just depending on where you're at with things, you may feel a little bit in your sciatic. And then go ahead and release that. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Just that strengthening a little bit one more time. So right or left arm, right leg. Let's go ahead and lift that up. Lifting and breathing. And then release that down. We'll take it to the other side. Right arm, left leg, lift and breathe. This is an isometric hold, meaning that we are holding while we are breathing. We're not doing any movement here. Not doing an aerobic movement. Go ahead and release that down. Very good. Hands by chest. Let's press ourselves back into a nice child's pose. So get a wonderful, oh yeah, good opposing stretch for that low back, mid back, upper back, hip flexors. Wonderful stretch here. Good. Hands by knees. Press ourselves up. Let's take ourselves onto our backs. Grab your strap and then grab whatever you need for final relaxation. We're not going there quite yet, but just have it within arm's reach, arm's distance. So we are going to use our straps. So let's take ourselves onto our backs. Let's go ahead and take that strap around our right foot and pull that in. So bend that knee, pull that leg in. Oh, and give that right leg a nice big hug. And you can lengthen straightly through that left leg on the floor. Yeah. So this is a lot like what we do when we're sitting in the chair. and we bring that leg in to give it a big hug. This is the same thing, except with gravity and being down on our backs, we can actually pull this leg in a little further and give it a deeper hug. Let's go ahead and press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pull that leg towards you. Use that strap, so take advantage of that strap. Let's take our strap into our left hand, and let's go ahead and drop our right leg across to the left side. Taking our right arm out into a half T here, and maybe looking over to the right. So you've got yourself all twisted up here. Ooh, and breathe. Breathe into that. Let's bring our leg back to center. Take that strap into the right hand and go ahead and open the leg. It doesn't have to go straight off to the side. It can go down to the side, but taking that leg off to the side a little bit, to open that up. And then immediately, it could possibly cause a cramping in your hip, and that's okay. Just move it to where it's not cramping anymore and let it release and breathe. Good, and then when bring that leg back to center. Pull that leg towards you, get a wonderful hamstring stretch here. Let's bend at our other leg, release that strap. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh, reach behind our left thigh, and let's go ahead and do that piriformis stretch, pulling that leg towards us. So manipulating that hip, pull and opening that up. Good. And then go ahead and release that leg. Let's take our strap around our other foot. So around our left foot, go ahead and lengthen through that right leg, pull that knee in, pull, and give this left side a big hug. Yep, just give that a big hug. And then let's go ahead and press up through that heel to the ceiling, pull that leg towards you. Let's keep our strap in our right hand, and let's go ahead and drop our leg across the body in this deep twist. Take our left leg off to, or left arm off to the side, and look over that left side. And you're all, yeah, in that nice big twisty twist, and breathe it here. And let's go and bring our leg back to center. And pull that towards you. Take the strap into the right or the left hand and drop that leg across the body. And my leg won't go over because the window's in the way. But I move myself over. But taking that off to the side or down to the side, just allowing that hip to open on the left side. And then go ahead and bring that leg back to center, pull that towards you, bend at the other leg. Let's release that strap, take that ankle, left ankle onto that right thigh, reach behind the right thigh, pull it towards you, pull, and breathe. release that. Good. Let's move into our final relaxation. So grabbing whatever you need for that. If you've got an eye pillow, regular pillow, blankets, whatever you use for relaxation. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room, reach through our fingers towards the other. If you've got that eye pillow, feel free to put that over your eyes to begin to quiet everything, relax everything, to shut out the light. Let's reach at an inch or two to your height here. Allow the heaviness of that eye pillow just to feel really good on your face. Maybe lifting that lower back up off the floor, or rib cage, maybe lifting up off the floor. Really, really reach through that. Let's inhale deeply here. With an exhale, begin to sink and settle. Let those feet fall open and allow yourself a few moments to slow everything down, to quiet everything. To slow the breath, find the rhythm of the breath. And still relaxing, let's bend our knees and tuck our tailbone under so that low back can press into the floor. And then let's drop both of our knees over to your most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side. Just a breath or two here. And then slowly, taking your time, begin to bring yourself up, press yourself up into a seated pose that is supportive for you. So that could be simple cross-leg, it could be zigzag, it could be legs out in front of you. Sitting this up tall, lengthening through the spine, tailbone down. Just like we envisioned at the beginning, lengthening and then stacking the spine, same thing here. After we've strengthened those muscles, those joints, those ligaments, kind of put everything back into place, sitting it up tall. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together as we exhale. Eyes follow our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lifting our head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love.
having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And let's do that breath one more time. Big deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed rest of your day.